Good morning. Welcome to a coffee chat with Pam. And I was listening to Rhonda this morning on her live, and she's a Southern belle, or she sounds like one, that's for sure. And then in the wee hours of the morning when I couldn't sleep, I was watching a Theo Vaughn and Leanne Morgan interview. Anyway, I just feel like I have this Southern drawl that I've kind of picked up. Do you ever do that? Do you ever pick up an accent from people you're talking to? I'll stop. I'm sorry. That must be really irritating. Anyway, good morning. I have had a really crazy week, as some of you know, and I had my recital and it went really well. So I wanted to just reflect on that a little bit and a few other topics and enjoy the rest of my coffee. There are a lot of mosquitoes out here though. I'm warning you. So, fortifying sip. So, I might need to head in the house. We'll see. So the first thing I was thinking about, I'm reflecting on the recital. And the recital was like all year I just kept thinking, oh, I have to do a recital. I really don't want to. And I think I was a little bit nervous about whether I would have to play and knowing I'd have to play for the voice students. Just the whole thing, just the whole organizing the venue, setting up the food, making the coffee, just all the little things that bring it together. And when I thought about it, I realized that the last time I did a recital was 2013. Now, it doesn't seem that long ago, but that was a long time ago now, wasn't it? 13 years ago. And so I think that, and just getting older and just not having as much like energy or desire to stress myself out, I guess. I've noticed that even though I do want to do things, the stress takes a toll. And with the diabetes, I find that stress, yeah, it's kind of worse. Like my body handles stress a lot worse than it used to. So, but it's a beautiful day. You can hear the birds all around. Of course, you can probably hear a bit of traffic. The crabapple tree is blooming gloriously and filling in the, here, maybe I'll take you on a tiny little tour of it. Can you see it? Yeah, it's filling in where it was bare because a big chunk of it fell down last year, but now it's it's looking quite glorious. I'm not sure if I'll have to cut that out or not. But I've been working a lot here in the front yard, and I've got flower pots, a few little flower pots. I have this, we have this old milk separator. I got that planted with a few little things. Got some pots. I got some gifts actually too. I have them in the house mainly, but I have some flower gifts from people. You can see where one of our chairs blew off the deck this winter, and so it's got a big hole in it. And it's one of those things that doesn't look very pretty, but it's also like pointless to replace. So anyway, yeah, so the anxiety and trepidation approaching the recital. But then when I actually had the recital, all the hard work putting it together, and everything went fine. I figured out how to make the coffee there, and there was a few emergency situations like suddenly realizing that even though on Tuesday this week, the kettle for boiling water was there, it was gone on Wednesday night. It was nowhere to be found. So my husband came through. He saved the day. I called him and I said, are you coming to the recital? I hope you're coming. And if you're coming, can you please save me? Can you please bring our kettle? So he did that, and that was great. Another thing that happened that I really believe was God's mercy towards me was that my music for one of the voice students was in with my Bible study stuff in the binder, and I had put everything in the one binder, and then I had taken the Bible study stuff out, so I just had this black binder with my music in it, and somehow the music got mixed up with that, and all of a sudden I realized I didn't have it. And it just so happened that that student wanted to come right before and practice. And so I got to figure out that I didn't have my music. And she had hers, thankfully, and I photocopied it and it all went fine. But yeah, I was just like, there's always something that goes wrong in these things. But in general, it was, it was a huge blessing. Really, there were cards, thank yous, flowers, hugs, and even a few tears for people that were moving away. And 10 out of 10, I would do it again, even though I vowed in my head, I'm never doing this again. But it's just the stress of doing something new again for the first time, if that makes sense, after many years. And also I had a lot of nerves around playing, and I decided I would play, but I didn't give myself enough time to practice. And just with everything that's been going on, my son, moving home, I just found like I had less, it's not his fault, but I just found I had less time to practice as well. Anyway, I played the Anne of Green Gables theme song, and I love that song, so it was worth it. It was worth it just to learn that song finally, after having it in my piano bench for so many years. It was great. It wasn't perfect, but it was okay. I pulled it off. So yeah, the recital was a blessing. That's just the best way to put it. But it did take a lot out of me. I was really tired the next day, and there's so much to do around here, so much mowing and weeding, and I was trying to finish planting a few things. I had picked up flowers that needed to be put in pots, and anyway, I got a lot of things done yesterday, even though I was tired. And now today, Creative Friday, I have a creative project besides this one. I've been asked once again to do a devotional before communion at church. So call it communion or the Lord's Supper. It's when we take the bread and the wine, or in our church it's just grape juice. It helps us remember when Jesus was eating Passover with the disciples on the night that he was betrayed, and he took the bread that they were eating and some of the wine that they were drinking, and he said, "This is my body broken for you." And this cup symbolizes my blood shed for you. And so it became, he said, "Do this in remembrance of me." And so churches today still regularly, maybe every week, maybe monthly, maybe more often, less often, but remember by taking the Lord's Supper together. So anyway, I did a devotional a few months ago, and this time it's about ordinary objects. I'm talking about the fact that Jesus used bread, which was such a staple in the Mediterranean world at the time. They usually had 2 meals a day, and they were almost always focused on grains, like a flatbread or a small loaf, and they would often break it and dip it in olive oil or wine vinegar, or some kind of bean dip, something like that. Anyway, so I was just thinking about how he made sure that these ordinary things that they would see every day around their homes, the bread and the wine, would constantly be a reminder of what he had come to do. So anyway, I'm in the middle of writing that and hoping to get that done today. What else did I want to talk about? Teaching summer school. So on Wednesday, I missed a call from the principal of the schools that I'm going to be, the school that I'm going to be teaching with come September. And she was saying that they have some summer school students that want to take grade 12 English. And she was wondering if I'd be interested in teaching it. And so I'm expecting her to call again today, because I couldn't get a hold of her yesterday, and talk about this. And I'm a bit nervous of overcommitting. I don't have a job per se for the summer, but I also have some reasons why I kind of want to be footloose and fancy free. It's really loud. There's like a packer or a grader. There's some machinery across the street just going up and down the road, up and down the road. So that's kind of annoying. But can't everybody just stay in their houses while I'm doing my video? But come on. Anyway, yeah, so thinking through that. But because it's online, it would be quite flexible, right? So even if I'm traveling, I should be able to still do it. I'm just not sure of the time commitment. I'm not sure if it's worth it. So yeah. And basically, yeah, that's about it. I just had a really busy week, and I'm feeling a little weary, and I really wanted to try and film the Bible study video today, but with this other devotional that I have going on, and just too much in the brain, and I don't want to do like a rushed job of it. It does take me quite a while to really sit down and study out the passage and make sure that what I'm going to say is true and biblical and in context. And I think that stuff is really important. I don't want to be just riffing on the Bible. Not a big fan of using verses to just kind of promote whatever thought or ideology you might have in the moment, because so much of that happens. I really think that the Bible was meant to be read as a book, and yes, we can take encouragement and motivation and inspiration from specific verses, yes, but often those are taken out of context. Like, what did it mean in the context to the people at that time? What was the speaker referring to? And there's just so much wisdom, I think, in doing Bible study that way. So that's my little soapbox. But yeah, it's a beautiful day. The sky is blue. And I just wanted to say hello, share a few moments with you out here among my little flower pots on my little deck. And yeah, thanks for having coffee with me. I hope you're doing well. Let me know what you're up to. Let me know if you've had a busy week or what your summer's shaping up to look like. And I look forward to talking to you again really soon. Bye.